Valentine's Day is a huge shopping holiday for everybody, and behind Christmas and Mother's Day, it is the #1 holiday where money is spent throughout the year. So today we are talking all things Valentine's Day to make sure that you are in the know about all the different trends and products and new ideas that can be fresh and creative for your print-on-demand shop this Valentine's Day 2026. If you're new to print-on-demand, then it is important to note that even though it is still December, it is important to get listings live for holidays and events and seasonality that is still months away. So listing now is actually the perfect time to start getting traction on some of your listings, whether that's Etsy or Shopify, because believe it or not, people are starting to shop. And so today I'm going to show you some trends across different platforms like Faire as well as Etsy, so you know what people bought last year, how they're shopping this year, and it can hopefully spur some ideas to bring different items into your business this year. The first resource I want to show you is this amazing trend article published by Faire that talks about what's trending for Valentine's Day 2026. And I absolutely love this data for a few reasons. One, it's free, so that is amazing for us to be able to use free resources whenever we can. Two, Faire is a platform where all types of different boutiques and wholesalers go to buy and sell different products for their small boutiques and their own stores. So they're already buying these products to bring into their business, so that way they are ready and stocked for Valentine's Day. I also personally have a family member, my sister, that is a florist, the best florist in the Northern California area, and it is very real to me that people are starting to think about Valentine's Day now. And that is showcased here. In this data, we can see that searches for Valentine's Day peak in January. So if we go back to that piece I just mentioned, it is the perfect time, given that it is mid-December, to start thinking about Valentine's Day now, given that the traffic and the sales are all gonna start to shift from Christmas and holidays to Valentine's Day in the coming weeks. The National Retail Foundation is calling out that consumers spent over $27 billion on Valentine's Day last year, and that is expected to grow even more this year. And Faire goes on to provide a lot of really cool data and insights about the different types of items that they are seeing gain early traction on their platform. Now, not all of these are gonna be perfect for print on demand, but it at least will give you some ideas that can spur different print-on-demand adjacent types of businesses and ideas that would be perfect for your own shop. So the first trend is jewelry trends, and it's talking about thoughtful, sentimental, and personalized. While it is harder for us to do jewelry, the key points here of it being thoughtful, sentimental, and personalized are all things that we can hit on with print-on-demand. So if you are thinking about launching products for the Valentine's Day niche, and that fits with the type of business that you're operating, think about different ways that you can make something thoughtful and sentimental and bring in a custom type of element. Customization on Etsy and print on demand is the crux of our business because we are able to produce actually personalized items because everything is being printed right when the order actually comes in. The next category and trend that is absolutely right up our alley and very possible with print on demand is going to be greeting cards. They're showing that greeting cards have been on the rise over the last couple of years, and while everybody is going digital, there is still something to be said about a greeting card. And now this video should be coming out after my Pinterest predicts video, but in that video, pen pals was one of the trends, and Pinterest is also predicting that people are going to be wanting to send more things via snail mail. So actually having something handwritten, a note of being able to send and somebody go and receive it, is popping up in multiple different places. So those are things that we should keep our eyes on, that we should be seeing more of, and we have all of the capabilities to actually capitalize on this trend. Today I'm partnering with Printful to show you not just what these trends are and how you can use them, but very tactical examples of where you may be able to go to specifically start to pull these products into your own business. So Printful is a really great spot for you to test out for your print-on-demand partner. They have all types of different products across all categories, and one of them being the greeting card. So you can see here that they have cards that you're able to personalize the front and back of the cards, along with the standard postcard item as well. So there's tons of options to take this trend of greeting cards, customize it to either be sentimental or funny, like some of these examples, and add that into your print-on-demand shop. What I love about this is that we're seeing a kind of divergence of who's going for more of that like sentimental versus funny type of theme. It does seem like for Gen Z, the entrance of different pop culture moments like the Diet Coke greeting card is rising to the top, whereas more of those sentimental cards are very important for other demographics. The next trend that they highlight is how Valentine's Day is on the rise. And where I want to go is even further beyond this. Outside of just your standard relationships of boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, husband, whatever that may be, people are wanting to celebrate all of their relationships in their life. So not just their partner, but also their friends and their coworkers. And we're seeing that come to the forefront in this data. Once again, the National Retail Federation calls out that over 1/3 of consumers plan to purchase gifts for friends this Valentine's Day. That is huge. Over 50% of people will probably purchase something for their significant other, but now there is shopping happening for other relationships in their life as well. And that presents a lot of great opportunities to penetrate into that niche and launch products specifically for those customers. So don't just stick to the boyfriend, girlfriend, sentimental type of relationship items. You can expand beyond that to Valentine's Day or coworkers or long distance friends. That opens up the amount of customizations you can do and provides potentially a less penetrated category where you can provide your creativity, and maybe not everybody has thought of something in that niche quite yet. So we talk a lot on my channel about cross niching and then niching down. This is that perfect area. We're not just going Valentine's Day, we're going Valentine's Day, personalized, Galentine's Day, or Galentine's coworker, and you can just keep going down and creating something that is perfect for all types of really specific people. And then from there, once you get traction, you can find out who else that product works for. In addition to taking a look at Faire and seeing that great data, I wanted to pressure test what we actually saw happen in 2025 so we could understand what we might be able to replicate or make better for 2026. And I do that by going over to Etsy because we can actually see good data on peeling back that curtain on what actually happened. And so to do that, I'm partnering with Everbee, so I'm able to take a look at all of the different sales data for some of the top trending Valentine's Day products that have been live for the last year to 2 years. And we can actually see what was successful about those listings and then take some of those learnings and put them into our own listings. So if you want to do this on your own, you can go over to Everbee, sign up for a free account where you do get some free searches. Obviously, if you continue to search with them, you're gonna need to upgrade your account, but you can do a couple of searches and kind of get a feel for the platform. But all I'm gonna do once I have that account created and I have the extension downloaded is I'm gonna type in Valentine's within Etsy, and I'm gonna go over to my Everbee extension. I'm gonna go to product analytics. Once I'm in product analytics, I'm gonna make sure that I have Valentine's open here and I'm looking at the entire database. From there, I'm gonna be able to see a lot of the products where people were specifically searching for Valentine's, or these products popped up due to a Valentine's Day search. And what's really great is we can now see these trend graphs of how products have trended over the last year. And so we can get an idea of these peaks and valleys of when products were doing well. And in some circumstances, Valentine's Day products are only gonna do well for Valentine's Day. However, in a lot of circumstances, you may already have products in your shop that are perfect for Valentine's Day. So you may not need to launch 100 different products, but it's probably a good idea to find which ones could be good for Valentine's Day and start making sure that you're updating your tags, including into your description, couples gift, those types of SEO that will make people remember and stop their scroll that this is actually a good Valentine's Day gift. So what I've done here is I've pulled out some examples that I think highlight really quick and fast winners across the space, and we can kind of start to dissect them to understand what we can take from this for our own business. So the first one that I'm going to highlight here is this awesome Where We First Met wall art print. And what we saw here is this has been live for about 11 months. So they did go ahead and get this live in about January. And in the last year, it has drove 621 sales on average. That leads us to over $26,000 of revenue. So this is a product that you could sell digital, or you could go ahead and actually sell it as a print-on-demand product, depending on how you want to run your shop. But I think seeing that this has only been live for a year, and it actually did take some time to gain steam, it did see its initial first bump in February, but then even though it was listed as kind of like a Valentine's Day gift, it was able to ride that momentum into the Mother's Day seasonality too, and then has had little bumps throughout the year as well. So this is a really good example, and seeing that it has this kind of title of like where it all began is interesting to me, and I think there's a lot that we can do with this and not applying it just to wall art, but other products as well. Here's another example that was very similar, where people are wanting to buy something that kind of commemorates where they met their partner and have like a unique item that showcases a location. The other seem to be kind of like a building, and this is more of a city location. But once again, people are wanting to rep where they met their person, and it's fun to think about different ways that we could recreate this. And once again, this one has been live for a lot longer and it has driven more sales, but it's again the same type of psychology that has worked well within the Valentine's Day gifting category. Some other items that I absolutely love are gonna be this one, which is just a customized crew neck that is fitting into that Galentine's category where it is meant for besties. So it's a personalized, seemingly Gildan 18,000 crew neck that says besties on the arm and has a 2-name customized design on the chest piece. This is something that could be done embroidery through Printful, or you could make it your own with like a different type of decal and bring in different types of designs. I think something like this would be so cute if you literally just had little like coquette bows with the names over. We saw bows and very simplistic designs do so well in 2025. And that may be another good way that we could take these learnings of Galentine's, customized, crew neck, mash all that together with what else has been trending in the last year and make that our own. This design has been live for about 2 years. And during that 2-year period, it's done nearly $33,000 of revenue. And what we see here is this was a huge seller in Q4. And so there might be some opportunities that if this product you get live for Valentine's Day doesn't end up taking off, we can always rebrand that to like a mother-daughter besties Mother's Day crew neck. And then we can always rebrand that as a Christmas crew neck and holiday crew neck as well going into the next season. The next item that I was loving is this funny blanket that says "Till Death Do Us Part" is for quitters, and then it has the name and some customization. We've seen over the last year or two like dark and spooky and a little bit comedic has had a rise, and so that is something that was all cross-niched here for this type of blanket. And what I love about this is print on demand doesn't have to be only like $15 to $30 items. Here we have a $79 blanket and it is doing very well. And so there are ways to continue to push the needle on different types of very niche items that people are wanting to purchase, especially when it's for something like a holiday where they're looking for a gift that maybe they're on their 30th Valentine's Day, right? Like they've given everything. What else could they do this year that is different and is cute and keeps their partner kind of guessing what they're gonna get? This would be a perfect one. The next one I'm going to showcase is another wall art and personalized, customized wall art piece. This one has been live for 9 months. Once again, they are selling it potentially as a digital option as well as an actual print. So that is something that you could consider. What I'm pulling out of this is the design style. So now what we've seen a couple of times is this watercolor style. So this one is showing an actual couple proposal portrait. And then we're also seeing a watercolor portrait of a first date establishment. And I'm loving how that is continuing to trend well. And it's actually easier than you think by utilizing AI. You no longer have to be a designer to be able to take images and personalize them to be a different design aesthetic. And I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about for that. And the last item I'm gonna call out is tapping on that piece that I mentioned before of simplicity. I think print on demand, people end up thinking that print on demand has to be like these really involved designs. And the more you throw at it, the better, which I do think works in some circumstances. Here's a crew neck, and I'm not saying we copy this, I'm not saying we do exactly this, but I hope you can understand that examples like this that have been live for a year and have sold over 800 times are not complicated. This is not something that is impossible to do. This is absolutely something that you can do. This is something I could do, and we have the tools and the suppliers like Printful to be able to make them happen. So this example here, a crew neck selling for $17-ish and had a huge January, and this underlines the point that I've been talking about. We have to get our products up now because January was the time and the month that this Valentine's Day specific product launched. So I'm always a big fan of launching more evergreen products that can be sold throughout the year. But if you are planning to launch Valentine's Day, you have to get those products live now. I know Christmas is right around the corner, but use that time to get your products up and be really diligent about how you're making your product different and standing out from what is already live. And that could be pricing structure, that could be your mock-ups, that could be a different product that you haven't seen hit the market before due to some of these cool suppliers that I'm constantly bringing to you on my channel, but there's all types of different ways. And the last thing I'm gonna hit you with before I wrap up this video is how I would take all all of that research, all of that interesting data, and I would start to think about designs for my business or for your business. And so an example that I wanted to showcase is basically taking that same application of first date and applying it to something like a mug and showing you how you could take that photo that somebody could provide to you and make it a watercolor style. So what I have done here is I have gone over to Gemini, and if you don't have a Gemini account, it is completely free. Gemini is basically an AI model that allows you to ask it questions and it will give you answers, and it is also baked in a image generation model called Nano Banana that allows you to make changes and edit photos. As of now, it is the best image generator on the market right now, and it's free. So it's on the market, but it's free. So utilize this if you are interested in doing anything with customized design styles of images. And then we can always upload these photos into our Canva or Kittl to make some tweaks to that, and I'll show you what I mean by that. I do have my account upgraded to the Pro version, but you are able to access Nano Banana. You just may run out of like Pro credits if you do too many, in which case you would have to upgrade. It's about $20 per month. So what I've done here is I've uploaded an image of an ice cream shop and said change the style of this photo to be a hand-drawn watercolor. And just like that, it spit out this beautiful, seemingly hand-drawn watercolor that I am able to utilize for my own products and my print-on-demand store, with adding in some additional elements. So once I have this photo, I'm going to download it. So after I do that, I'm gonna go over to Canva. And once I'm in Canva, I have uploaded it, I have removed the background, I've trimmed it down a little bit so it doesn't have as much of the people in the background. And then you can also see that it will have this kind of Gemini watermark here. That is something we can actually remove with Canva, or you could always just crop the image and exclude that from your picture. I've added in a text here of where it all began. You can always add in additional text of a date or a city or 2 names and have personalized text. That is very easy to do whenever an order comes in. And then I've simply gone over to Printful and I've added it onto the 15-ounce white glossy mug to see how that looks as a different type of offering that you could provide for your customers. I think it looks really cute. It has that kind of watercolor design aesthetic. The mock-ups are absolutely not bad. We could then download these mock-ups and put them back into Gemini to kind of spice them up a little bit if you wanted, or you can obviously order a sample. I love this because it also provides some packaging samples too on how this order comes, so you know that it's safely packaged. Doesn't include any type of like Printful branding or anything like that. So this is just one single example. We could go into the weeds on ways to design items for Valentine's Day or adapt your items for these fun different cross niches. But that is how I would get started on digging into the data, understanding what trended well last year, what is on the landscape for this 2026 Valentine's Day, and some ideas to get you thinking about what you could launch in your own print-on-demand business. Hopefully that was helpful. Please do me a favor and like and subscribe so that way I can keep dropping these videos every single week. I will catch you on the next one.